Hi, this is Dennis, and today I welcome you to the first episode of my podcast that I have themed or titled Manifest Your Best Life. I am so excited to begin this journey with you. And today we are going to dive deep into what manifestation is, how it works, how you can create your own life experiences positively, let me put it that way, or how you can manifest your heart desire easily and more rapidly. So we are going to look at manifestation, how you can create your life desire, the desires that you wish to fulfill, or the things that you wish to experience in life. You know, most of us, we have been manifesting things, but then we are not conscious of it. We just do things unconsciously. We create unconsciously. But through this podcast, I want to share with you my experiences, my knowledge and understanding of how you can guide yourself to create your best life. You know, when we look at, or let me say, if we pick from the biblical perspective, it said that we have been created in the image and likeness of God. That means that in a way we are also creators, just like God is a creator. So, but then a lot of us, we don't tap deep into our creative ability, or even if we tap into our creative ability, we do that unconsciously. And because we do that unconsciously, the experiences that we have also doesn't have any form, or let me say, doesn't have any positivity to it. Yeah, so this podcast is coming about to help you understand what goes into manifestation, how you can prop yourself to bring about the best life experiences that you'll ever wish for. Now, when we talk of manifestation, what is it? What goes into manifestation? Now, what is manifestation? Manifestation is the process of turning your thoughts, your belief systems, and your desires into reality. Manifestation is about aligning your energies, your desires, your actions with what you truly want in life. Some people have associated manifestation with the law of attraction, but I am here to let you know that manifestation goes beyond the law of attraction. It requires clarity, belief, and action. It is not just about positive thinking. Manifestation, well, there's the aspect of positive thinking, but then you have to match it with clarity. You have to match it with your belief system. You have to match it with action. I don't know if I make sense with what I'm trying to tell you. Some factors influence manifestation, and some of the factors we are going to look at are the power of your thoughts and your belief systems. We are also going to look at the science behind manifestation. Most of us think that manifestation is about some spiritual stuff. Yes, there is a spiritual aspect also. Then there is the science. I'm going to back whatever I'm going to teach you with scientific data. It is not some crazy spiritual something, but we actually have the science to support the claims of manifestation. Then we are going to look at some key principles of manifestation and a lot of things. Yeah, so buckle up for this episode. Now let me briefly talk about the power of your thoughts and your emotions. What you have to know and understand is that your thoughts shape your reality. Every thought that you generate in your mind creates its equivalent emotions or equivalent energy in motion. These emotions influence the actions that you take. Then the actions that you take, together with the thoughts and emotions, influences the outcome of your life. So if every day all that you think of yourself is that I am not good enough, I am lacking this, every day all that you can think of is lack, what you are doing is that you are generating the associated emotions of that thought. So you think of a thought of not being enough, you will start to feel that you are not enough. And if you are not enough, and that feeling of being not enough will influence the outcomes of your life. So it is very paramount to have a critical look at your thoughts and your belief systems. We will go deep, or we will dive deeper into this particular aspect of the manifestation, but this is just for an introduction, or this is just part of the introduction to let you know that your mind, the thoughts that you generate, the belief systems that you have, influences the outcome of your life. So is there an actual science, or are there actual scientific data to back manifestation? Yes, I can tell you for a fact that we have a lot of scientific data in the system to back manifestation. The scientific data that backs manifestation is what is called reticular activating system. Now, what is reticular activating system? Reticular activating system is a network of your brain that filters information based on what you focus on or based on what you believe. So the Creator made us in such a way that our brain and our mind is able to focus on information or data that is relevant to our life experiences. And that is the reticular activating system. That is how it works. When you constantly focus on something, what happens is that your brain starts, or your mind starts to see opportunities or patterns related to what you have been focusing on. That is why sometimes you are there, you feel like you want to buy something. The moment you think of the thought of wanting to buy that thing or desiring to buy that thing, when you leave your house and you step outside, you start seeing the thing that you desire to buy. You start seeing it around. That is the concept of the reticular activating system. The moment you focus on something, you focus on it, your brain starts to see. The thing may be there, all right, but because you haven't focused on that data, your brain ignores it, or your mind ignores it. But then once you focus on that data, then your mind will start to see those patterns, will start to see those opportunities. Let me share this with you. So when I completed the university, I was looking at starting my own company or business, and that was what my focus on. But at the point, I gathered some people, we went into it with some money, and it is part of every business that we failed at some point. So we had to disperse and go and look for a job to do. But the interesting thing was that the moment I shifted my thinking or my thought from creating and building my own business to looking for a job, I started seeing job opportunities around. It was like an instant something. I started seeing job opportunities around for me to apply to. So that is how reticular activating system works, or that is the science, or one of the sciences that backs manifestation. So manifestation is not just something spiritual or something out of this world. No, we have the science to prove it. Now let's look at some key principles of manifestation. Well, all these things that I am talking to you about, we will look, or we will take a deeper dive into them in subsequent episodes of this podcast. Let's look at some key principles of manifestation. One of the key principles of manifestation is clarity. You need to be clear about what it is that you want to bring about in your life. Clarity is very important. Then another key principle of manifestation also is intention. Your intention. What is your intention behind what you want to bring about? Then the last principle, or the last key principle, is alignment. So one of the key principles is alignment. You see, when you think of something and you feel something and you don't take the action that aligns with what you think and with what you feel, nothing is going to happen for you. You can't manifest successfully. Yeah, so these are the few key principles of manifestation that we will look at in subsequent episodes of this podcast. Now let's look at some of the misconceptions of manifestation. Manifestation is not about wishful thinking. Keep that in mind. And to some level, depending on what you want to manifest, you must also take action. Assuming you want to manifest a business, or you want to bring about a business from the spiritual or from the quantum field to the physical reality, you can't just sit in your room and the business will manifest for you. You must take action. So some aspect of manifestation, you can just sit in your room and do the necessary rituals that you have to do for things to shift, to manifest themselves in the physical reality for you. But some aspect of manifestation, you will have to take action. Then the last misconception about manifestation is that it is not always that it will manifest instantly, or what you want to bring about physically. It's not always that it will come instantly. For example, let me share this with you. There was somewhere last year in 2024, I was just sitting in my room and I said to myself that it's been long since I ever had money on the ground. It's been like ages since I was just working and found some big amount of money, because the ones that I was seeing was like coins, 50 pesos, 1 cedi. But that day I was just sitting in my room and I was thinking about it, and I thought, okay, it's been like ages since I saw money on the floor, like 100 Ghana cedi, 50 Ghana cedi, 200 Ghana cedi and beyond. That was what I thought to myself, and after the thought, I just pushed it somewhere else. But it will interest you to know that some weeks later, I went to do a photography job for somebody. I think it was a naming ceremony. And when I closed, I had to go somewhere to go and pick some item that I ordered from Accra. Let me cut the story short. On my way, I came upon some stacks of money on the floor or on the ground. And to my surprise, it was about 330 something Ghana cedi. So I was really surprised. and I picked the money and I was asking myself, how come? Then it occurred to me that, do you remember that some weeks ago you sat in your room and you had the thought that it's been a while since you had money of this amount on the floor? So the thought that I generated and the emotions that I attached to that thought, the universe had no option than to pick it up, make the necessary arrangement for me to experience what I wanted to experience physically. And it took some time. It didn't just happen instantly. It took some time. So one of the misconceptions of manifestation is that it should happen instantly. No, it is not always every day that you desire something to happen that it happens instantly. In subsequent episodes, we will talk about why sometimes some things that we desire to happen, we desire to manifest, takes time. Now let's briefly look at some practical steps that you have to take in the process of manifesting your heart desires. But then this is just a brief something for you to know, some practical steps that you have to take. We are going to look at visualization. It is very important. You have to learn to visualize. We are going to look at visualization. We are going to look at affirmations. I know these terms you've heard them before and you might have an idea of what they are. So visualization, affirmation. Then we're also going to look at gratitude. Yeah, most of us, we don't do that, but it will interest you to note that the universe will keep rewarding you for the gratitude you give for the things that you already have or for the things that you are about to have. So it is very important to include that in our practical steps of manifestation. Then we will also look at taking the necessary action. Yeah, somewhere in the Bible, I think in the book of James, it says that faith without works is dead. You have the faith to move mountains, but if you don't add the works to it, it is dead. Yeah, so we will look at you learning to take the necessary actions for you to manifest whatsoever you desire to manifest at the end of the day. So my final thought is that manifestation is a powerful tool that anyone can use to bring about anything at all they want to bring about into the physical reality. Now I say anything at all because it can be used negatively, but I pray you that you don't go that direction where you take the tools that you can use to improve your life positively, you take it and use it negatively to affect others and to affect yourself. That is not the reason for me sitting down before my camera to record this. I am recording this, bringing my knowledge and understanding, the researches that I have done and my experiences that I have done. I'm desiring to share with you so that you can take the lessons out of it and apply to your life positively. Because then if I can teach you how you can create a positive life experience for yourself, that will be a good thing, because then your life will become better. Then you can also go on to teach other people around you and their lives become better, so that together we improve our lives. And when our lives improve, or we tap into our creative ability, we help Mother Nature to also grow and improve with us. So I'm going to end here with this episode and see you in the next episode. Cheers.